They say paradise has a price, but I never thought mine would be my entire reputation, my family's respect, and nearly my sanity. What started as a dream vacation in Phuket turned into a nightmare that almost destroyed everything I'd worked. Furthermore, this isn't just another travel horror story. This is about how a single swipe on a dating app led me down a rabbit hole of deception, blackmail, and betrayal that could happen to anyone. If you're planning to use dating apps in Thailand, or anywhere abroad for that matter, you need to hear this. Because the scam that nearly ruined my life is so sophisticated, so perfectly orchestrated, that even thinking back now, I can see how every single detail was planned from day one. If you find this story helpful, please hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments where you're watching from. Your support means everything, and who knows, sharing your location might help someone else from your area avoid the same trap. I landed in Phuket 3 months ago with my 2 college buddies, Marcus and Jake. We'd all just finished a brutal year at our marketing jobs in Chicago, and we desperately needed this break. 2 months of freedom, endless beaches, incredible food, and the legendary nightlife we'd been dreaming about since college. The first 2 weeks were everything we'd imagined. Patong Beach by day, Bangla Road by night. The energy was intoxicating. Thai girls were incredibly friendly and warm, so different from the dating scene back home where every conversation felt like a job interview. But after 14 days of the same routine, beach, food, bars, repeat, something felt empty. Don't get me wrong, the nightlife was amazing, but I found myself wanting something more meaningful. I wanted to explore the real Phuket. Maybe find someone who could show me hidden temples, local markets, authentic restaurants that tourists never find. Marcus and Jake were perfectly happy bar hopping every night, but I started feeling like I was missing the true spirit of Thailand. I wanted a genuine connection, not just another transaction. That's when I made the decision that would change everything. One humid Thursday evening, while my friends headed to their usual spot on Bangla Road, I stayed back at our beachfront hotel. I was exhausted. My wallet was getting lighter every night, and honestly, I craved something real. I downloaded Bumble, figured it might be more authentic than Tinder. Within minutes, my phone was buzzing non-stop, match after match after match. It was insane compared to dating apps back home. Most profiles were obvious, girls asking about short time and long time right in their bios. But then I saw her, Niran. Her profile said she was 26, worked as a graphic designer, loved hiking and photography. Her photos showed her at Wat temples, cooking traditional food, reading books at coffee shops. She looked normal, real. When we matched, her first message wasn't about money or meeting up. She asked about my favorite Thai dish and shared a photo of som tam she'd made herself. We talked about travel, about art, about her dreams of starting her own design business someday. For 3 days we chatted constantly. She was intelligent, funny, and seemed genuinely curious about my life in America. She told me about her small apartment near Carter Beach, her weekend photography hobby, and how she'd learned English by watching American movies with subtitles. But every time I suggested meeting up, she had an excuse. First, she was helping her sick grandmother. Then work was crazy with a big project deadline. Then she felt under the weather. I was getting frustrated. I only had 2 weeks left in Phuket and I wasn't looking for a pen pal. "Look, Niran," I finally typed, "I'm not here to play games. If you don't want to meet, that's fine, but let's not waste each other's time." Her response came quickly. "I'm sorry, David. I've had bad experiences with foreign men before. Can I see your Facebook? I just want to make sure you're really who you say you are." It seemed reasonable. I sent her my profile link without thinking. Twice. That was my first mistake. The next day, everything changed. Niran's messages became flirtier, more personal. She started sharing photos of herself. Nothing explicit, but definitely more intimate than before. She asked about my relationship history, what I found attractive, what I was hoping to find in Thailand. Then came the request that should have been a massive red flag. "I want to trust you completely, David. Can you send me a photo?" Something just for me? I was caught up in the moment. This beautiful, intelligent woman was opening up to me, sharing personal things, making me feel special. The rational part of my brain whispered warnings, but the lonely part, the part that had been craving real connection, was louder. I sent her a private photo. Nothing too explicit, but definitely something I wouldn't want my mother to see. "You're so handsome," she replied with a heart emoji. "I can't wait to meet you tomorrow night. I know the perfect place." Finally, we had a date planned. She suggested a seafood restaurant in Patong, somewhere with a view of the beach. I spent the entire next day excited, nervous, hopeful. My friends teased me about my Bumble girlfriend, but I could tell they were a little jealous that I might have found something real. At 7 p.m. sharp, I was waiting outside the restaurant she'd chosen. My phone buzzed. "I'm here. Look for the girl, in the white dress by the entrance." I turned around and there she was. Niran looked even more beautiful in person. Long black hair, bright smile, wearing a flowing white sundress that caught the evening breeze. She waved at me with genuine excitement. "David, finally!" She gave me a warm hug that felt completely natural. We clicked immediately. She was bubbly, curious about everything, asking about Chicago, my job, my family. She told me about growing up in Phuket, her dreams of traveling to America someday, her close relationship with her younger sister who was studying in Bangkok. After dinner and 2 glasses of wine, she leaned in conspiratorially. "My friend Ploy just opened a new karaoke bar near Kamala Beach. It's not touristy at all, mostly locals. Want to check it out? She said she'd give us the VIP treatment." It sounded perfect. Authentic local experience, away from the tourist crowds, with a girl I was really starting to like. "Let's do it," I said, calling for the check. That was my second mistake. The taxi ride to Kamala took longer than expected. We drove away from the bright lights of Patong into darker, quieter streets. Niran chatted the whole way, pointing out landmarks, telling stories about her childhood. She seemed completely relaxed. The karaoke bar was tucked into a narrow alley, neon signs in Thai that I couldn't read. From outside it looked legitimate. Music thumping, people coming and going, typical Thai nightlife spot. "Ploy," Niran called out as we entered. A woman about her age came over. Short, heavily made up, gold jewelry flashing under the disco. Lights. They spoke rapidly in Thai, lots of smiling and gesturing toward me. "She says you're very handsome," Niran translated with a giggle. "She's giving us the best room." Ploy led us to a private karaoke room in the back. Leather couches, disco ball, huge TV screen, the works. 2 other girls were already there, friends of Ploy's, she explained. They introduced themselves as Som and Mint, both friendly and chatty. I ordered a beer for myself and Niran. The other girls already had drinks, so I didn't offer. That felt rude later, but at the time I figured they were locals who could buy their own. Then the food started arriving. Plate after plate, spring rolls, pad thai, grilled prawns, mango salad. I hadn't ordered any of it. "Don't worry," Niran said, squeezing my hand. Ploy wanted to show off her kitchen. "It's on the house, for my special American friend." The girls took turns singing Thai pop songs, while I nursed my beer and watched Niran. She kept touching my arm, whispering how happy she was that we finally met, how she'd been thinking about me all week. Despite the strange setup, I was having fun. After about an hour, I was ready to leave. The other girls were getting loud and I wanted some alone time with Niran. "Should we head back to Patong?" I suggested. "Let me just say goodbye to Ploy," Niran said, kissing my cheek. 5 minutes later, she returned with a piece of paper and an apologetic expression. "David, I'm so embarrassed. There's been a misunderstanding about the bill." I looked at the receipt. 18,000 baht. Nearly $500. My blood went cold. "This has to be wrong," I said. We had 2 beers. "The room rental was 12,000 baht for the night," Niran explained, looking genuinely distressed. "And the food and drinks for Som and Mint. I had no idea it would be this much. Ploy is my friend. I thought she was taking care of everything." That's when I realized I was trapped. Before I could process what was happening, 2 large Thai men appeared at our table. They weren't wearing security uniforms, but their presence was unmistakable. One had intricate tattoos covering his arms, the other wore gold chains and had the build of a professional fighter. "Problem with bill?" the tattooed one asked in broken English. "There's been a mistake," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. "Nobody told me about room charges." Niran was speaking rapidly in Thai with the men. Her whole demeanor had shifted. She looked scared, almost panicked. She says her friend tricked her too, the second man translated. But bill must be paid, no leave until paid. I checked my wallet. I had maybe 3,000 baht in cash, enough for a normal night out, not enough for whatever this was. I don't have this much money on me, I said. ATM outside, tattoo guy said. I take you, phone stays here. My heart was pounding. Everything about this felt wrong, but I couldn't see another way out. Niran looked like she was about to cry. I'm so sorry, David. I never thought Ploy would do this. Just pay it, and let's leave. I'll pay you back, I promise. The ride to the ATM on the back of the bouncer's motorcycle felt like a death march. He waited right behind me as I withdrew the money, making small talk about how expensive everything was getting in Phuket. You good customer, he said as we rode back. You come back anytime. I paid the outrageous bill and we left immediately. Outside, Niran was full of apologies, tears in her eyes, promising she had no idea this would happen. Ploy isn't really my friend, she admitted as we waited for a taxi. I met her last week. I thought she was being nice, but she used me to get to you. I feel so stupid. Her performance was perfect. I believed every word. Back in Patong, we went to a quiet beach bar to decompress. Niran was mortified, apologizing over and over, buying me drinks with her own money to make up for what happened. This is exactly why I don't trust people easily, she said. Everyone wants to use you for something, but you're different, David. You're genuine. We talked until 2 a.m. She told me about her ex-boyfriend who cheated on her, her struggles as a freelance designer, her dreams of visiting America someday. I found myself opening up too. My failed relationship back home, pressures at work, feeling lost in my late 20s. When I dropped her off at her apartment building, she kissed me softly. Tomorrow night, let me make it up to you. Just us. No friends, no bars. I'll cook for you at my place. I floated back to my hotel, already planning our next date. My friends were passed out drunk, so I couldn't even tell them about my evening, both the disaster and the connection I'd felt with Niran afterward. The next morning she texted early, "Good morning, handsome, can't wait for tonight. But I have a problem." My stomach dropped. My landlady is demanding rent early. I'm 4,000 baht short and she's threatening to change the locks. I'm so embarrassed to ask, but could you help? I'll pay you back next week when my client pays me. After spending 18,000 baht the night before, 4,000 more felt like nothing. Plus she'd been so upset about the karaoke scam, so apologetic. She clearly needed help, and I was starting to really care about her. I transferred the money through her mobile banking app. "You're an angel," she replied. "See you at 7 p.m. I'm going to make you the best green curry you've ever had." At 6:30 p.m., another message. "David, I'm so sorry, my sister got in a car accident in Bangkok. Nothing serious, but I need to go to the hospital right now. Can we meet tomorrow instead?" Disappointed but understanding, I spent the evening with Marcus and Jake telling them about Niran. They were skeptical. "Dude, the karaoke thing was obviously a setup," Marcus said. "And now she's asking for money, classic scammer moves." "You don't know her," I defended. "She was as shocked as I was about the bill, and family emergencies happen." Jake shook his head. "Just be careful, man, we're leaving in 5 days." I should have listened to them. The next morning I woke up to a message that made my blood run cold. "Hi, David. Hope you had fun with your Thai whore. Check your Facebook messages." It was from an account I didn't recognize, but somehow they knew my name and about Niran. I opened Facebook Messenger and my world collapsed. There were the photos I'd sent to Niran, the private ones, the ones that were supposed to be just between us. But that wasn't the worst part. The unknown account had sent me screenshots of my entire Facebook friends list. My mom, my dad, my brother, co-workers, college friends, even my high school math teacher. Everyone I'd ever connected with online. 25,000 baht or everyone sees your photos, you have 24 hours. I was shaking so hard I could barely hold my phone. This couldn't be happening, this couldn't be real. I called Niran immediately. "David, what's wrong? You sound terrible. Someone has those photos I sent you. They're threatening to send them to everyone I know unless I pay them." Silence. Long, terrible silence. Niran, are you there? That's terrible. Do you think someone hacked your phone? How would they hack my phone but have photos I only sent to you? Another pause. I don't know, maybe someone hacked my phone too. Something in her voice had changed. The warmth was gone, replaced by something flat and mechanical. I need to see you, I said. Right now. I can't. I'm still in Bangkok with my sister. You said she was fine yesterday. She is, but I'm staying another day to make sure. Niran, I need your help. You're the only person who had those photos. I'm sorry, David, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you should just pay them. The line went dead. I tried calling back. Straight to voicemail. I messaged her on Facebook, Bumble, even tried finding her Instagram. No response. The blackmailer. Wasn't waiting though. Every few hours a new message, 20 hours left. Your mom is cute. She'll love seeing what her son does in Thailand. Your boss looks serious. Hope he has a sense of humor. I was falling apart. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, couldn't think straight. Marcus and Jake found me pacing the hotel room at 3 a.m., muttering to myself, Jesus, David, what happened? I told them everything. The photos, the blackmail, Niran's suspicious behavior. She set you up from day one, Jake said grimly. The whole thing, the karaoke bar, asking for money, getting those photos, it's all connected. We have to go to the police, Marcus added. With what? Photos of my dick and a story about how stupid I was. You have her Facebook, her phone number, you met her in person, you have evidence. At 6 a.m., unable to take it anymore, I sent 5,000 baht to the account number the blackmailer provided, along with a message. This is all I can afford right now. Please don't send those photos. I'll get more money tomorrow. Not enough. $20,000, more or everyone sees them today. That's when I knew it would never end. Even if I paid the full amount, they'd just ask for more and more and more. I had to take control. Marcus, Jake, and I took a taxi to the Patong police station. My hands were shaking as I walked through the doors, but I knew it was my only option. The desk sergeant spoke decent English and listened patiently as I explained the situation. He didn't seem shocked or judgmental. Apparently this wasn't his first case like this. Very common now, he said sadly. Dating apps, photos, blackmail, mostly Nigerian gangs, but some Thai people do it too. Can you help me? You have evidence. Photos of her, messages, bank transfer records. I showed him everything. Our Bumble conversation, Facebook messages, the banking app showing money I'd sent to Niran's account, even photos I'd taken of her at dinner. His expression changed as he scrolled through the evidence. I know this girl, he said quietly. My heart stopped. You know her? Niran Pacharin. She's been reported 3 times this year. Always the same. Dating app, expensive bar, then blackmail. But victims usually too embarrassed to press charges. She's done this before? Many times. We think she works with Nigerian boyfriend who handles technical part. Fake accounts, VPN, moving money. She finds victims, he handles blackmail. Can you arrest her? If you want to press charges, yes. But you leave Thailand when? Tomorrow, he frowned. Case will take months. You need to stay for court hearings, testimony. I can't. I have a job, responsibilities. Then I call her now, warn her to stop. Usually works when they know police are involved. Within an hour, the sergeant called me back. I spoke to Niran. She denied everything, but when I told her we have evidence and you're willing to press charges, she got very quiet. I told her if any photos get sent to anyone, she goes to jail immediately. Did she say anything else? She said the Nigerian boyfriend already has the photos and she can't control him. But I think she's lying. These scams work because girls have local knowledge, local connections. Foreign boyfriends need them. I blocked Niran on every platform and changed all my passwords. For the next 24 hours, my last day in Phuket, I barely left the hotel room, checking my phone every few minutes, waiting for angry calls from family members who'd seen photos they should never see. They never came. 6 months later, I'm back home in Chicago, and thankfully, those photos never surfaced. Whether it was the police intervention, Niran's fear of getting caught, or just luck, I'll never know. But the experience changed me. I learned that predators are everywhere, and they're often not who you expect. Niran wasn't some obviously sketchy character. She was intelligent, beautiful, seemingly authentic. Her English was perfect, her photos were real, her emotions seemed genuine. The scam was sophisticated because it played on basic human needs: connection, attraction, the desire to help someone you care about. Every detail was calculated: the delay in meeting to build emotional investment, the karaoke bar to establish financial vulnerability, the money requests to test my boundaries, and finally, the photos to ensure complete control. I lost over $600 and nearly lost my reputation, but I learned lessons worth far more. Trust your instincts. Marcus and Jake saw red flags I ignored because I wanted to believe in something beautiful. Never send compromising photos, no matter how much you trust someone. Ever. Period. Scammers exploit emotions. The more you want something to be real, the more vulnerable you are to manipulation. Research is everything. I should have reverse-searched her photos, asked more probing questions, insisted on video calls before meeting. Don't isolate yourself. Scammers want you alone, making decisions without input from friends who might see clearly. No local laws and resources. I almost didn't go to the police because I was embarrassed and ignorant about Thai law enforcement. Financial. Boundaries are non-negotiable. The moment someone asks for money, especially someone you just met, walk away. I want to be clear. This experience didn't ruin Thailand for me. I went back last month, actually, and had an amazing time. I met genuine people, made real friends, created beautiful memories, but I was smarter, more cautious, more aware. The dating app scam is real, it's growing, and it can happen to anyone. Share this story with friends who travel, especially men traveling alone to Southeast Asia. The scammers are counting on shame and embarrassment to keep victims quiet. Don't let them win. If this story helped you or someone you know, please subscribe to our channel and tell us in the comments where you're watching from. Your engagement helps us reach more people who need to hear these warnings. And remember, there's no shame in being scammed, only in staying silent about it. Stay safe out there. Paradise is real, but so are the predators who prey on dreamers.